Senator.
On February the 4th, 2011, the department sent me a letter also assuring me that allegations of gun walking were untrue. It reads, quote, ATF makes every effort to interdict weapons that have been purchased illegally and prevent their transportation to Mexico, end of quote. That statement is absolutely false, and you admitted as much last night that you knew by April 2010 that ATF walked guns in Operation Wide Receiver. That's correct, yes?
Yes, Senator.
That's all I need to know, if that's correct. Did you review that letter before it was sent to me?
So, Senator, again, I just want to be clear that, as I told you a moment ago, I regret that in April of 2010 that I did not draw the connection between Wide Receiver and Fast and Furious. And moreover, I regret that even in earlier this year that I didn't draw that connection. In direct answer to your question, Senator, I cannot say for sure whether I saw a draft of the letter that was sent to you. What I can tell you, Senator, is at that time I was in Mexico dealing with the very real issues that we're also committed to. But I also regret, as I've said, that I didn't draw that connection earlier.
After learning of gun walking in Wide Receiver, did you ever inform the Attorney General Holder or Deputy Attorney General about it, and if so, when, and if not, why not?
Senator, I can't be more clear. I've said to you, and I will continue to, I regret the fact that in April of 2010 I did not. At the time, I thought that dealing with the leadership of ATF was sufficient and reasonable, and frankly, given the amount of work I do at the time, I thought that that was the appropriate way of dealing with it. But I cannot be more clear that knowing now, if I'd known then what I know now, I, of course, would have told the Deputy and the Attorney General.
Did you ever tell anybody else in the Justice Department leadership the same thing, and if so, who and when?
Senator, I thought we had dealt with it by talking to the ATF leadership.
Okay. How many guns were walked in Wide Receiver?
Well, Senator, I can probably try to look at that. Of course, that was in 2006 and 2007. And just to be clear, if I may, Senator, that was a case that had been abandoned and languished. It was my division that decided to take a case where guns had been permitted to go to Mexico years earlier and at least make sure that the criminals who were responsible for purchasing those guns were held to account. As a result of that, Senator, we prosecuted 11 different people. I think, to answer your question, in total, probably about, if my math is good, probably about 350 or so. But, Senator, I'll have to double-check that number.
Then I think you're very close, so you don't have to check that number. According to my information, just 5 straw buyers, and I'll refer to the chart here, and then I'll quit and let you go on to another member, and I'll do some more on a second round. According to my information, just 5 of the straw buyers in Fast and Furious were allowed to buy nearly 1,000 weapons. When did you first know that guns were walked in Fast and Furious?
Senator, I found out first when the public disclosure was made by the ATF agents early this year. When they started making those public statements, of course, at that point, as you know, both the leadership of ATF and the leadership of the U.S. Attorney's offices adamantly said that those allegations were wrong. But as those allegations became clear, that's when I first learned that guns that ATF had both the ability to interdict and the legal authority to interdict, that they failed to do so. And that's when I first learned that, Senator.
Thank you, Mr. Breuer.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.